Connor Shaw. Who?
Do you want that as your lock of the week?
Dylan Gabriel's not the guy. He's a 5'10", 5'11" left-handed quarterback. The odds are stacked against him. Dog. It is World Cup mode.
We're finally here.
I know we talked futures already, but we are in it. Yeah. We are finally in it. Still have a hiatus on our MLS rankings, of course, because we've got the World Cup going on. My favorite thing going on is the European folk coming to America and realizing how humid it is here in America, especially when you're in a place like, I don't know, Tampa at Everbank Stadium. You get these British folk.
Tampa?
These British folks are coming.
You mean Raymond James Stadium?
Yes. Or I said Everbank. I'm a dummy.
He's a Jacksonville Jaguar kind of guy. Well, he's a Philadelphia Eagles guy, but his favorite AFC team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he's been to that stadium.
I've been to Raymond James as well.
As have I. WrestleMania.
Yeah. But the Raymond James Stadium, down in Tampa.
Yeah.
These British fans have been going through it. They have been
fish out of water kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I told you on Good Morning New Hampshire, when I went to Paris, the weather there was extremely warm. Now Paris and London and Paris and England, France.
I've heard that
they're two different places.
The weather in France is a lot better than it is in London because it just seems to rain all the time.
When I was I went to London too, and it was still like decent weather. It wasn't cold.
You were there in the fall, right?
I was there in October.
Okay, all right. So maybe you know what I think it is. Maybe it's one of these kind of things where the weather in America, usually October, usually get rain and things of that sort, right? Fall weather. Maybe in the UK. They get just a little bit of a respite as opposed to the winter and the spring and summer.
Seems like their spring is not nearly as hot as ours. And it's been warm in New England too. Like it's been warm all across the country. It's not just the poor British fans down in like Raymond James Stadium and things like that. But up here in New England, it's been warm.
Yeah.
It's been like where the Revs play. It's been at Gillette warm here. It's been humid a lot. So very exciting action going on. We're going to go over some World Cup matches. Got that right. We're going to go over some World Cup matches. We've got the Commissioner's Cup to go over today, which is WNBA.
Yeah.
We're going to go over our slate of games there. The NBA Finals.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
On the brink, though.
It is on the brink. It is absolutely on
We're going to
the brink.
break down our thoughts there. The NHL Stanley Cup Finals. We're also going to.
The final is Sunday for Game 6.
Yes. I have a chance of being correct. I have a chance of being correct. I'm going to repost that video if I end up hitting.
Yeah.
One of us is going to hit potentially.
Right.
If it goes to 7, it could be the other way.
Right.
But if it goes 6, I'm hitting. So we're going to break down the UFC Freedom 250. We've got that going on. The Freedom 250, and we've got a check in from Ken, our MMA expert. We're going to go over the slate just because this is a really good card. Like the title fights are good. The main card's good. So we're going to break down a lot of fights there. The United Cup and UFL coming to an end. We're going to do the final game of the UFL season, break that down.
One of the teams I had going in is in. One of the other ones that I had isn't. So it's one of those kinds of things where the DC Defenders were pretty much good all year long.
Yes.
Thought it would be a DC St. Louis Battlehawks. Not going to happen in 2026, folks.
They're missing AJ McCarron. They're missing their former
So it's
star.
the curse of McCarron. Is that what it is?
I guess.
Okay.
We've also got MLB picks we'll do for the lightning round, go over our MLB slate. We've got NASCAR, and I'm going to give some standing updates there as well.
They're in the Poconos this weekend.
I know.
Yeah.
And some crazy action. We can actually talk about it real quick. Chris Bell
he had his bell rung.
Yeah, a wild wreck. And the first angle I saw, because it looks like he's high and the car below him slams up into him like they got a flat or something.
A lot more devastating than that.
Yeah, the angle from the car that was in front of Bell and watching how quick that car shot up the banking was insane. It was the hardest hit recorded in the, what did they say, the next gen era?
Yeah, they call it the next gen era.
The hardest hit recorded in the next gen era. And the only reason I bring that up is because the hardest hit ever recorded in NASCAR history was at Pocono, where they are this weekend.
Yep.
So Chris Bell, he's going to be racing, and I believe he's got maybe top 5 or top 10 odds of winning this race. But I don't know how he's going to feel, especially
And
after going through a hit like that and then being at a track where there's a high potential for that to reoccur. Many people say that Pocono is the hardest crashing course
Yes.
that they have
Yep.
in NASCAR. So we'll see how Bell does this weekend, and we'll give an update there. But let's get back to the World Cup. We got some matches. We'll start our edition of Bet This off with. We're going to just go over, Dog. How do you feel so far? You know, just seeing everything and how fans are reacting to the World Cup. Like, how is your excitement going into this?
that's big. I saw parts of the Mexico match
My
on
friend,
Thursday.
Daniel, shouts out to Daniel.
Yeah.
His mother is from Mexico.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, she owned a restaurant in our hometown.
Mhm.
And they no longer have the restaurant or whatever, but Daniel sent me a like vamos like picture of Mexico as they were winning.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I sent him like a Viva la Mexico amigo, like mi amigo or something like that. The best Spanish I could do. So that was cool. And it's cool to see like, you know, how diverse my friend group is, especially like being in the military and just people around here.
That added to it, by the
Right.
way.
It makes it cool to see like fans root for their heritage,
Yeah.
essentially. And I know that Mexico fans are huge into soccer,
They absolutely
a
are.
lot bigger than most Americans, but I feel like Americans are getting kind of into it. So why
Now
don't
that it's here,
right? So why don't we get into it as well? Why
Okay.
don't we go over some games here? We're gonna go
Matches.
the matches. Excuse me. We're gonna go over the matches. You'll be able to see this weekend, essentially, starting off right after bet
right after
this.
Bet This.
You'll be able to catch Qatar take on Switzerland. Qatar is plus 1,300.
They were the host country in 2022, by the way. Qatar was.
Yes.
Yep.
Switzerland is minus 450 favorites in that one. I would probably take Swiss.
I would take Switzerland.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd take the Swiss.
J Dawg, the next match, I forgot. I'm letting you pick these. The next match, we have Brazil hosting Morocco.
Yep.
Minus 155 for Brazil. Morocco's plus 475. What are you thinking?
Brazil for sure.
I would say Brazil as
Yeah.
well. I feel like if Morocco won, that would be one of the wildest upsets ever.
And it's already, it would just to start off the World Cup.
Yeah.
That would be a seismic shift too.
Let me know if one of these upsets sounds good.
Okay.
Good to you. Haiti hosting the favorite Scotland here. Haiti plus 500. Scotland minus 175. The draw plus 320. How you feeling on that one?
I don't think. Yeah. I think Scotland beats Haiti.
And Scotland got a good fan base to come to America. I feel like the most of the fans I've seen coming to America for the World Cup have been like British, Irish, Scottish, and then maybe French. You know, like I feel like those are mostly the fans that have been popping up on my feed anyways. Let's continue. We have Turkey at Australia. Australia's plus 400. Turkey's minus 140.
I actually could see Australia upset Turkey.
I could too.
I could see that. And by the way, what Haiti needs to do, they need to build more land and have a neighboring country called Lovey. There you go.
So are you taking Australia?
I'm going to take Australia in an upset.
All right, plus 400 for Australia.
And I'm a turkey guy. I love turkey.
I prefer it over ham.
Gobble, gobble.
I'll take Australia as well. We've got Germany hosting Curacao.
Curacao is one of the new teams debuting in the World Cup, and it's going to feel like a debut. I'll leave it at that.
Against Germany, it's going to be tough. They're plus 2,000. Germany is minus 3,000. So I'm probably not even going to put money in that one. This one's a little bit closer.
Like 10 cents on that one. Yeah.
This one's a little bit closer. Netherlands hosting Japan.
Yeah.
Netherlands minus 105. Japan plus 265.
Ooh, I'm going to take the Netherlands. I'll take them. Although it'd be one of those kind of weird kind of 3-2 or 2-1 kind of wins from Japan. That would be something.
I mean, with odds like that, that is like probably the best best upset to pick.
Yeah.
Plus 295 is not too far out there. And any closer and it really becomes like even money where both teams become plus. Yeah. Speaking of which, the next match we've got here, Ivory Coast hosting Ecuador. Plus 260 for Ivory Coast, plus 145 for Ecuador. So both teams in plus money here. The draw is plus 155.
Ooh. Wow. I'll take Ecuador.
Yeah, I feel like Ecuador has a good chance here. They're the favorites. And I feel like the Ivory Coast, I don't know. I don't know
Wouldn't
how well,
surprise me if Ivory Coast wins.
I don't know how well they'll compete. The next and final match for the weekend. This is 10 o'clock on Sunday night.
Yep.
Eastern time. We have Sweden hosting Tunisia. I was gonna say, I know I'm mispronouncing.
Aren't Timon and Pumbaa from Tunisia?
Are they?
Are they?
We have Sweden minus 118, and we have plus 338
for Tunisia.
Yeah,
I'll take Sweden.
heard that.
Yeah, let's take Sweden. They're not just good at hockey; they're good at soccer too.
That is our World Cup picks, J Dawg. We are going to slide through and do some basketball discussions next, I believe, with the WNBA, the Commissioner's Cup, and NBA Finals. All right, Dog. It is basketball time. Let's talk NBA Finals. Very exciting action. And if you saw my TikTok at Heads, if you follow me on TikTok, CJSAN2LIS, you can find it in the description of this episode on YouTube. Edition, excuse me.
This is not Star Wars.
So on my TikTok, I talked about how if the Knicks win this final, I feel like the New York fans are just never going to shut up. It's going to be 100 years until we hear the end of it. It's going to be awful.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
It's not like that with the Yankees. Have you noticed that? Oh, that's right. You haven't won since 2009.
Yeah, but they still act like they win every year.
They feel entitled.
Yes. That's what I feel like these Knicks fans are going to be like.
It's going to be.
And we are on the brink.
Miserable, isn't it?
We're on the brink, and it doesn't look good for every other team out there. If you're a fan of any other team, well, clean your ears out because you're going to be listening to the Knicks fans a lot. You're going to.
The way I see it is this: if the Knicks do win this, just get it out of the way. You know what I mean? I don't see them winning another one after this.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like
I do know
the way Brunson is, like, it is just crazy how he plays. Like, he feels unstoppable at times.
I don't think this is a dynasty. I think this is a one because again, the way
I also think you could be right. Just
the way the NBA is set up in this day and age, nobody repeats. We all thought OKC was going to be right back in the finals. Well, they almost were. If not for the Spurs.
The last time we had like a real repeat was like Golden State, Cleveland.
Well, Cleveland never repeat.
No, but I'm saying they went back to the finals.
They went
though,
4 years in a row.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was the last time that we really had teams that were like consistently like going
The
back.
last team to repeat championships was the Golden State Warriors
Yes.
in 2017 and 2018. Ever since then, it's been a different champion every single year.
Yes. But I just feel like it's rough for the Spurs right now. They are the favorites, J Dawg, going
At
into
home,
this.
yeah.
So I'm going to ask you
Yep.
right now, the Spurs are minus 198 favorites at home. That is tonight at 8:40.
On ABC, 8:30 is the
The Knicks are plus 164. The spread minus 5.5 at minus 108. How do you feel about this game?
I feel good. I think Wemby, and in fact, here we go, folks. My parlay, Victor Wembanyama, Wemby, the alien, he's going to get the Spurs right back into the series. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. San Antonio wins. It gets to a game 6 back at the Mecca next week.
So does that change your thoughts on who wins the series outright?
Yes.
Who do you think wins?
I think the Spurs do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you ride with J Dawg and you think the Spurs are going to win outright, you could take his parlay, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and the money line at minus 108. But you could also take the Spurs at plus 300 to win the series outright. And then if you think the Knicks are going to win, well, then instead of choosing the series outright, you should just take the Knicks tonight, because the Knicks are plus 164 to win tonight's game. Put your money down on that instead of putting it on the series winner, because the Knicks are minus 500 to win the series. So it would be pointless to put your money down on that. I just wanted to point that out. I think that I think the Knicks, I really don't want them to win. I think the Spurs might end up sweeping it feels like the Knicks almost get too far over their skis. Like the fans are so excited that the carpet could be pulled right out from
And
under
absolutely
their feet.
could. And we'll see signs at different sporting events like WWE saying Knicks blew a 3-1 lead, much like in San Antonio, Texas. It all comes back to San Antonio at Royal Rumble 2000, I think it was 17, right?
Mhm.
There was a pink sign. Again, this was at the Alamo Dome. It said Warriors blew a 3-run lead. That was at a wrestling show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I loved when that was like a trend back then, like going on for however.
There was two of them.
That kind of created the LeBron meme when it was like Cavs and 5 or whatever. It's like kind of around that
It
time.
created the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. Warriors blew a 3-1 lead, and also 73-9, and they lied.
Yeah. Let's transition, J Dawg, while we have just a couple minutes. We are going to talk about the WNBA and the Commissioner's Cup going on.
Continues.
So I've got games going on until Tuesday. The Commissioner's Cup, I wanted to give out the odds on that right now and where the future was for the winner of the Commissioner's Cup. So currently, the Liberty lead the odds for the Commissioner's Cup at -110.
They know they're not the Knicks, right? Is this how it's going now?
Yeah, New York is
picking
just running basketball.
Okay.
The Aces are +245 in second. The Lynx are +330. The Wings, this is where it drops off. They're +2,000.
Wow. Okay.
So it's really between the Lynx, the Liberty, and the Aces.
If you put money on the Wings, how much would you think you would get?
If you put like $10 down, you probably get like $20.
Okay.
So you kind of double your money. It's not crazy, not bad, but or actually, I think you'd get like maybe 200. I think $1 wins $20.
Yes,
Yeah. I did the math wrong there. So you'd win like $200 if you put $10 down. So, I mean, that's probably as far as I'd go. After that, the Fever are +4,500. And although they look better recently, I don't know.
Still a long shot to win the
And then it's really far after that. The Tempo, who technically still have odds, they're +50,000.
Oh.
So it really drops off. So, I mean, the Fever are really your last shot, but I wouldn't really go past the Lynx. It's like Lynx at +330. That feels like maybe the Aces +245. I'd back that. The Liberty definitely at -110, but the Wings and the Fever, I almost feel out on. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. So, all right, let's make our selections for the weekend and for the early week. Saturday, kicking us off, we've got the Fever at the Connecticut Suns?
Yeah. Sun.
Connecticut Sun.
Who will be the Houston Comets next year.
The game at 6:00 on Peacock. Who you taking?
It's the Fever. So.
Fever, heard that. Minnesota at Vegas at 8.
Wow. That should be a good one. You know what? I'll take Vegas.
Heard that. Okay.
The Las Vegas Aces.
The Wings at the Portland Fire.
Wings.
Heard that.
Paige Becker is just locked in.
LA at Phoenix.
I'll take LA.
Sunday, moving forward, Washington at New York.
New York.
Heard that. Atlanta at Toronto.
Atlanta.
We have Vegas at Dallas on Monday night. We're moving forward now.
Dallas.
Portland at Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Golden State LA at Golden State.
The Velks. Take the Velks. Yep.
And then the final matchup of our show, Toronto at Indiana on Tuesday night.
Toronto.
Heard that. And those are your WNBA and your basketball coverage for the week. Now it's time for the power ranking segment. All right, J Dawg, before we get to the power ranking segment here on Bet This, I want to discuss the Stanley Cup because we got to the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup is tomorrow night. And another important thing, something that I noticed with the NBA Finals. So if you think the Knicks are going to win, like I said, if you think the Knicks are going to win, instead of betting on the series where they're -500, right?
Betting them on to win tonight.
Right. You'd rather
safer bet.
Right. They're plus money, +164. And if you think they're going to win the series, why not just put it on tonight?
Mm-hmm.
So +164 tonight, you win money as opposed to -500. If you think the Hurricanes are going to win, the Stanley Cup champion odds are -400 for Carolina as opposed to minus 115 for them to win tonight. And if you think they're going to win, why not just bet on them tonight? So minus 115
Sunday?
On Sunday. That's yes.
Okay.
Excuse me. The money line minus 115. That's going to be my lock, J Dawg. I'm going to bet on them. I don't know why I said tonight. The NBA finals.
You got the NBA
tonight.
finals tonight.
Yes. So minus 115 for the money line. That's going to be my lock, and I'm going to take them because I had Carolina in 6 anyways.
Okay.
So I think they're going to close it out in Vegas, end it tonight. That's going to be my lock of the week. J Dawg, tomorrow. I said it again. Wow.
8 p.m. on ABC, whereas the NBA finals 8:30 tonight on ABC.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get to the power rankings.
Yep.
I'm all over the place.
Where do you want to start?
Let's do WNBA because we were just talking about Commissioner's Cup.
Yep.
I figured that's better.
We'll start off at number 10 with the Portland Fire, the expansion Portland Fire. At number 9, the Indiana Fever. They're back in it.
Yes, Caitlin Clark, she's been back and helping the team out for sure.
At number 8, the LA Sparks. At number 7, the expansion Toronto Tempo. At number 6, the Golden State Valkyries. They move out of the top 5. The Dallas Wings move into the top 5. At number 4, the New York Liberty. At number 3, the Atlanta Dream. At number 2, the Las Vegas Aces. And at number 1, the Minnesota Lynx.
Let's can you give us a recap on your thoughts so far on the not on the power ranking, but on your thoughts on the early season of the WNBA so far?
It's kind of been a bit of a disappointment.
Really?
It's been a bit of not much of it, but a bit of a disappointment. Although Olivia Miles, Liv is probably going to be the rookie of the year. She's looking like it right now. And there's a chance. Small one. We'll look at MVP odds later on as the season progresses. She may get MVP.
Wow.
It's that kind of thing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about those MLB
Major
power
League
rankings?
Baseball, and we're a month away than the All-Star break, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
A month away.
Hey, if you haven't seen it, go to our Bet This podcast. Go find J Dawg and I doing the instant classic of the previous All-Star game. We did not the
2025 Major League Baseball All-Star game. Yeah. Which was in Cumberland, not Atlanta.
Right.
Cumberland.
But go check it
Braves
out.
were the hosts.
You can find that on the playback under Bet This.
Yep. You can also find it on. We did it on YouTube.
That's right. It was one of the playbacks under the best of the playback on YouTube.
At number 10, the Philadelphia Phillies. At number 9, the St. Louis Cardinals. 2 teams who have really started to really get it done in the month of June. At number 8, the Cleveland Guardians, no longer in first place. Great.
Who took their spot?
I'm getting to that. At number 7, the Seattle Mariners. That's not them.
No, I know.
At number 6, the Chicago White Sox. What is going on with the Chicago White Sox?
I don't know if anyone saw that.
The Vegas odds makers and people were like, no, they're going to be like the Rockies. They're going to be really bad, like the Angels. No.
I'm frustrated because I was betting more on the Reds and the A's before the season.
Yeah.
I should have leaned into Munataka and the White Sox.
It's all fun and games for them until the pitching
Yes.
come late in the season. That's what's going to do them in. So, at number 5, the New York Yankees. At number 4, the Tampa Bay Rays. At number 3, the Milwaukee Brewers. The Miz and Company they're getting it done.
I said the other day to my brother-in-law,
yeah.
does Mizorowski not seem like the modern day Randy Johnson?
More Bob Feller than Randy Johnson. I know he's tall, but I just think because he's younger, whereas Randy Johnson was young at one time, but he didn't really come into his own until like the mid.
But I just
90s.
feel like his stature, like not their throwing motion, because Randy was left-handed and more of a sidearm guy. I mean, Miz still is kind of like that 3/4, it feels like. But just reminds me of like a modern day just because of his, like, dude throws like a 96 mile an hour slider.
I know it's obscene.
Like the only pitcher I could think of doing that is like Randy Johnson.
Yeah, he's among the Cy Young favorites for the National League. Not the Cy Young favorite. It could be Skeens, could be Shohei, could be. That's an embarrassment of riches in the National League.
Yes,
because in the American League, you don't know who's who right now. The American League is down this year.
Yes,
so
for sure.
That doesn't mean anything come October. You never know. But right now, it's not looking good. At number 2, the champs, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ugh. And at number 1, the Atlanta Braves.
So after J Dawg just gave us the power rankings, real quick, since we have a second, the World Series odds update, The Dodgers are your favorite right now, plus 200.
Mhm.
Yankees plus 500. Mariners are still up there because they have been climbing back after their slow start. They're plus 800. The Braves plus 850, which, based on our bet this power rankings and the way that I've seen the Braves play, I feel like 850 is a good price range for them right now. Phillies plus 13. The Brewers are plus 14. And the Rays are plus 19. After that, it drops off more. I want to see where the White Sox are, J Dawg. Where would you guess the White Sox odds are right now?
Probably 10,000 to 1.
No, you're close though.
Is it 8,000 to 1?
It's 8,000 to 1.
Yeah.
Which is not that wild to think about. They're ahead of the Athletics, the Mets. The White Sox have better odds to win the World Series than the Mets, which is crazy. So that does it for the power rankings. That does it for baseball talk. We're going to do some more baseball talk, go over some housekeeping coming up. We've got the MLB slate all on the way. Dog, the favorite segment, my favorite segment. But of course, before we get to me screaming in your ear, let the heads know what's going on here on Bet This and on the Pulse of NH.
Okay, Saturday, which is today, of course, 3:10 pregame. It is a 4:10 first pitch. Red Sox are hosting the Texas Rangers. Second game of that 3-game series. Doc's going to be there.
Yes.
Of Bet This, our golf correspondent.
And we're going to get him on hopefully next week.
Yes, that we're going to, because he's getting, folks, he's going to be doing monster seats.
Yes.
How about that, huh? And then on Sunday, it's Sunday Night Baseball for the Red Sox for the first time in the NBC era, or Peacock. 6:20 pregame, 7:20 first pitch, hosting the Texas Rangers. Also on the playback. Okay, Sunday, it will be Game 6 of the 2016 Stanley Cup Final between the Pittsburgh Penguins at the San Jose Sharks. And then that's on Sunday. And then on Monday, it'll be 15 years to the date, Game 7 of the 2011 Stanley Cup Final between the Boston Bruins at the Vancouver Canucks. Game 7 of the 2011 Stanley Cup Final. That's on Monday, the 15th. On the 16th, we'll have Don Sutton's 300th career victory. The California Angels hosted, that's right, they were the California Angels, hosted the Texas Rangers. That'll be from 1986. Then June 18th, we're going to have the Bulls and the Sonics. Yes, the Seattle Supersonics. Game 6 of the 1996 NBA Finals. Then on Juneteenth, next Friday, 10 years to the date, Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Golden State Warriors.
I mentioned it earlier, so J Dawg
On the Pulse Podcast Network, under the playback, which is under the Bet This umbrella. Check it out.
I mentioned Cleveland and Golden State earlier, so J Dawg had to do the Cleveland Cavs winning playback. Of course, he had to go back and watch that one. Dog, does that mean it is time?
It's time.
All right.
Become the Rock all of a sudden.
Yeah, I changed it up. If you smell the lightning round. By the way, Betheads, we're working on some merch. We're workshopping some merch, some lightning round merch maybe. So if you have any ideas, drop them in the comments. And J Dawg, let's get into the lightning round where we're going to fly through all of our picks for the weekend here. We're going to go through a bunch of different sports. We're going to start off with baseball and your Sunday slate. Starting off with the Yankees at Toronto. Who you got?
Jays.
The Jays. We have the Miami Marlins at the Buccos.
I'll take the Marlins.
The Marlins heard. The Padres at Baltimore.
Ooh. I'm going to take the O's.
O's heard. You got Seattle at Washington.
Seattle, Washington. What? No. I'm going to take the Mariners.
Heard that, Mariners. D-backs at the Reds.
I'll take the Reds.
We have the Braves at the Mets.
Mets.
We have the Tigers at Cleveland.
I'll take the Guards.
Divisional matchup. We have the Rangers at the Red Sox. J Dawg said that is 4:10 first pitch on the.
No. Wait, are you doing Saturday or Sunday?
This is Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
I think you just said Sunday.
No, I said
the Sunday slate.
No, well, excuse me. This is Saturday.
Correct. Rangers.
Rangers heard. Red Sox heard. Excuse me. Dodgers at White Sox.
Chi Sox.
Heard that.
I have to pick against.
I know. Astros at Royals.
Stros.
Phillies at Brews.
Brew Crew.
The Brew Crew heard. The Cubbies at the Giants.
Giants.
The Rockies at the A's of Nowhere.
A's of Nowhere.
The Rays at the Halos.
Rays.
All right, for Sunday,
Yes.
same matchups. We're going right back into it. We have Miami at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
We've got San Diego, Baltimore.
San Diego.
We've got Seattle, Washington.
Nats.
We've got Yanks, Blue Jays.
Jays.
We've got D-backs at the Reds.
I'll take the D-backs on that one.
We've got the Braves at the Mets.
Mets.
We've got Tigers at Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Houston at Kansas City.
KC in that one.
We've got White Sox hosting the Dodgers.
White Sox.
We've got Philly at Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
St. Louis at Minnesota.
I will take the Cardinals.
Cardinals heard. Rockies at A's of Nowhere.
I'll take the A's of Nowhere.
The Cubbies at the Giants.
Giants.
The Rays at the Halos.
Angels in that one.
And then Sunday Night Baseball.
Yep.
Rangers at Red Sox.
I will take the Texas Rangers.
Texas Rangers heard. And then we're going to skip Monday this week. J Dawg, UFL action. This is your lock, isn't
United
it?
Cup.
Who you taking?
I am taking the DC Defenders, my lock with a minus 108 money line. I'll take
Yes.
the money line.
DC Defenders at Louisville Kings for the United Cup. We've got NASCAR this weekend at the Pocono. We have Denny Hamlin leads your odds favorite for that, plus 225. Ty Reddick is plus 550 to win. Kyle Larson plus 750. Denny Hamlin in first in your standings, Denny Hamlin in second in your standings. Ty Reddick in first.
Yep.
Ryan Blaney in third, and then Kyle Larson, the gentleman we spoke of earlier, he's all the way down in sixth. Denny Hamlin was your winner last week in Michigan. We have UFC this weekend. Don't forget. UFC, we're going to have a clip we're going to throw in for the YouTube video right here.
What's up, guys? Big fights this weekend, live from the South Lawn at the White House in Washington, D.C. It is the UFC Freedom 250 card, headlined by a lightweight title fight between Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje. We're going to build a little parlay around a couple of the fights on this card here. So we're going to start with the main event. We're taking Ilia Topuria by knockout, minus 500 on that leg alone. The next leg on this is the second fight down on the card, the co-main event. This is for the interim heavyweight title. Alex Pereira moves up from light heavyweight to heavyweight to attempt to capture his third belt in his third different weight class in the UFC. If he's able to accomplish that, it will be the first time in UFC history any fighter has ever had 3 belts in 3 different weight classes. We're going to take Alex Pereira to beat Cyril Gane straight up. That's minus 105 on the money line for that. And then the last fight we're talking about is Sean O'Malley against Ayman Zahabi. We're going to take Sean O'Malley to win straight up. The money line on that is minus 425. So this 3-leg parlay is a plus 189. So a $10 bet wins you about $30. So again, we're going to take Topuria by KO, Pereira to win straight up, and O'Malley to win straight up. Hope you guys win some money and enjoy the fights.
And if you're on the radio listening to us
Or the podcast.
Or
on
the
Pulse
podcast.
Network.
We are going to go through the picks. I am anyways. Justin Gaethje, I'm going to pick him for your lightweight title fight. Pereira, I've got for your heavyweight title fight. Sean O'Malley, I'm going to pick on the main card. We're going to take Derek Lewis. Actually, maybe not Derek Lewis. I'm going to go Josh Hokett. I'm going to go Chandler. Probably not. Probably going to go with Marcio Rufi. Bo Nickel. Probably take him. And Diego Lopez, I'm definitely taking. He is one of my favorites. He's lower on the card. That does it for your UFC picks. J Dawg, did I miss anything?
I think we're done here.
I think we J Dawg's not a big UFC fan, but it's okay.
I am, just not this weekend.
J Dawg, I feel you. That does it for Bet This. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done it yet, check us out on social media, Instagram, Bet This Pod, on X at Bet This P. You can find us on the Pulse of NH under the Pulse Podcast Network, on the Pulse Podcast, or on the pulseofnh.com. Jay Dawg, I think that's it. So bet heads, if you're going to bet
this.
and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bet This is for entertainment purposes only. Always gamble responsibly and never wager more than you can afford to lose. Our advice is not a guarantee of success. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org for resources.